One of my favorite quotes is smart people know the right answer. Brilliant people ask the right question. One of the keys to being successful in cybersecurity is asking the right questions, understanding what's really happening so we can make appropriate decisions. So if you're an individual, before you go and sign up for a new service or set up an account with a new e-commerce website or a new bank or whatever it is we're doing online, you need to just ask yourself some questions. What data am I giving or providing to them? Is that acceptable? Do we believe that they can properly protect that data? And what other additional security measures can we put in place to protect that data? Because it's an amazing thing today is people are online and all the time we're getting these pop-ups to sign up, sign up, sign up. And many of us, without even thinking, just start providing our data, our name, our email, our phone number, our address. Right? As we go down that list, the PII gets more and more and more. But we're just giving it away. We're giving it away. The more places we give our data to, the bigger the risk and exposure. So one of the simplest ways to protect ourselves from a personal security standpoint is limit who has our data. The less places that have our data, the less exposure to us. The other thing to keep in mind is what security options or features are available. Now, this is interesting. Most vendors today understand the importance of security. So I know very few, I would say, I don't know any sites that don't have any security. But the interesting part is we're at this transition point where these companies still don't believe that people want it bad enough to turn it on by default. So there's a lot of security that's out there that's not turned on. So we need to start going in and turning on these features. And even though I'm focusing on individuals, because that applies to every one of us, if you're a corporation, these are the same things you need to provide to your clients. You need to educate them and help provide this data. But first and foremost, today, in the current day and age that we live, you need to be using two-factor authentication. One-time passwords, two-factor, multi-factor, whatever term you like, 2FA, MFA, you need to put that in place. Unless you are back in the 80s wearing bell-bottoms and listening to the Bee Gees, nothing wrong with that, you need to stop using passwords. Passwords are too easy to guess, too easy for people to find out. Yet even today, many sites do offer multi-factor or two-factor authentication, but it's not turned on by default. So we want to go in and turn that on. We also want to go in and turn on account notification. Anytime somebody is trying to access our account from a new device or a new location, we want to get an out-of-band notification and we want to be able to approve it. I'm not saying they're perfect, but do you realize these two things, if you implement them or you sort of force or encourage your customers, if you're a corporation, to implement them, solve so many issues. Not all, but a lot of our challenges in cybersecurity go away very quickly. Now, the pushback I always get is, but Eric, those two features are annoying. Do you know what it's like that every time I log in, I have to spend 5 whole seconds, right, accessing a new password and typing it in? Or every time I go from a new device, I have to get a message and hit OK. So let me ask you a question. Which would you rather? A 5-second inconvenience periodically when you log in, once in a while, or don't worry about the 5-second inconvenience. Use old school passwords, wear bell bottoms, listen to the Bee Gees, and then get your account broken into. All of your data, all of your money, all of your PII stolen. On average, when that happens, it costs an individual about $300 to $400 and anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000. So your choice. You want to spend 5 seconds now, or you want to spend hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars later. Right? There's always a balance, but you have to ask yourself which is the lesser of the two evils. And I think we could all agree a little upfront work in security goes a long way to protect our information. So whether we're corporations, we work in cyber, or we're individuals, let's start putting the proper foundation in place, and let's focus in on two-factor, multi-factor authentication and account notification so we can better control and manage our information.